Cheetah, and our guest, Brett Terpstra. We can't wait to learn about this topic on tags.
Okay, before we start, I would like to personally extend a thank you and a MacGroup-Detroit thank you to Brett, because a few months ago, Brett received an email from someone he didn't know out of the blue asking him if he would do a presentation. So, what would you say if you got that? So, he has been gracious enough to spend some time with us out of the 1,000,001 things that he already has to do or is doing to give us a presentation on tags. So I would really like you to give him a really warm Mac group thank you and a warm welcome. Thank you, Cal. So we will hand this presentation over to you. And again, thank you so much for being our guest today. Okay, that was me.
Okay.
All right, wonderful.
Does it look big enough?
It looks great.
Okay. Good deal. It looks huge on this end.
Okay.
All right. So, should we talk about tags?
Yes, please.
I can't see, but give me a by shout. Because I'm here completely unfamiliar with the idea of tag.
We have 1 hand, 2 hand, 3, 4, 5, yes, 6, yes. Yes.
All right. So, tagging is a way of putting metadata onto files that lets you customize things, something like labels in your Photos app, or even hashtags on Twitter as a way of identifying and grouping things together. It's the same concept. Tagging's been around for quite some time. When we first started doing it on Mac, it was back when we had to put basic hashtags into spotlight comments and make real lesson things that way. And then as of Maverick's app gave us the ability to actually add legitimate tags to files. So that's what we're going to be looking at.
Okay, Brett, hold on for a second. Dave, that made it worse. Yeah, he's trying to fix the gain again, Brett, and it just went off the rails.
You need me to turn down on this end?
Okay, that sounds better. Okay, all right, let's try it again. Thank you.
Okay. All right, so, figure out where I'm at. Yes, the two things that I think most commonly, is there a lot of echo?
Yes. Hold on. Make sure it's not me. Okay.
Okay.
Better?
Yeah. So far.
Much better, yeah. It was me. Okay.
Okay. So the two things that I use tags most for are grouping files together when I'm working on a project, because the way that tagging works, I can associate files with each other without having to put them in the same folder. Yeah, I can view them as if they're in the same folder, and I'll show you that in a little bit. And then the other reason to tag is to find files later, because you can add keywords to things that are very personal to you. Things that wouldn't exist in like the text of a document. You could apply a context that you can say, it's a reunion in 2015, and then when you're looking from that to an union, you know the tags, you can find them years later. So the first thing we're going to do is look at how to actually tag a file. So in Find, which is the easiest central place to tag, you select a file, you have an edit tag button in your Finder toolbar. You can click it and then type a tag. If you don't have that button in the toolbar, you right-click on your toolbar, you go to Customize Toolbar, it'll be in here, you can just drag it up into your toolbar. The other way is from File, Tags, right-click, and then it's in here. I have a huge contextual.
I see.
There's a tags option in there. First tip that I'll give you is go into System Preferences, keyboard, and then go to shortcuts, and then we're going to add a shortcut for Finder. It's going to be called tags, and you create with option semicolon, and then we're going to add a keyboard shortcut for that. So I personally use semicolon for a particular reason. So now you see that shows up there. You go to Finder. It's now on the right side. You can see that it has a keyboard shortcut. So now I can just hit Command semicolon. Okay. The one other way to easily add tags is while you're working in an application. So you're editing the file in your editor, and go up to the top, and if you hover over the proxy icon in the toolbar, you'll see the little down arrow show up. You click that, you can add a tag right to whatever file you're working on here. You can also, anytime you're saving a new document, you can add tags to it automatically. Make sense so far?
Yes. Yes.
In addition, in Finder, you have your sidebar showing. There is the tags section of the sidebar, which you can hide and show. And it's supposed to show you your most recently used tags. This part of Finder is easily corrupted, and that tags will often not make any sense. I don't use it for a lot.
Okay.
But in that segment, there's the All Tags button, which will open this up in Finder. And those are all the tags on my system. Clicking on one will show you everything that has that tag on it, and this is not many. But with that, in a tab, go to another tab in Finder. I can drag onto that tab, and it'll automatically be tagged with the selected tag over there. You can also drag files between tags. You can drag groups of files and have a whole bunch of them with a new tag all at once. So what's that? We're currently using add tags.
Wow.
If they're unique, we'll talk about what to do with them. Okay, so let's see. I can go two directions at this point. We can talk about what tags to use or how to search for them. You can use the sense right now to talk about example tags you need. So, my tag demo here, you'll need that upkeep turned on tags in the shown columns of tail view. So as I add tag, I'll build what's going on over here. So if I get the folder here, and I want all these boxes together, I can select all of them. Pop up my little tagging window with my keyboard shortcut, and I'm going to put demo tagging, the single tag there. I'll explain the punctuation here too. But you can see all of these have updated with the new tags.
Mm-hmm.
And now, if I close up and I search for tag of tag, it'll show me all of these files together. If I hit show all in Finder, I can actually search within, either this Mac or within tagging demo, and I can search for tag, demo, tag, and then see them. And now I can add our folder. Basically, it combines all of the files that I had in different folders here, and those should be anywhere on my hard drive. And all of these things that were made to my tagging node, I can see together as one group. It's easy to group and access, both in short term, not so much for long term or archival switching, but for associating things that are working on right now. So yeah, tag colon in a spotlight search makes the search complete apply to that tag metadata. That have the file because it's required to search spotlight. I use tags for added labels and metadata that didn't otherwise be useful. You can combine over searches, so I could say tag or tag demo, and that's going to give me a different, or I could say tag auto or tag demo, and that's going to show me a different set of file than the hand search that's the default.
So that searches for 2 different criteria. Can you search for more than 2?
And here's a great way to do that. Rather than typing out and or statements in the spotlight pop-up, if you search here and then go into what else here? You go into this part that's on here and hit the plus button.
Mm-hmm.
At that point, you can erase what's up there and go down here and start choosing tags, and you can do matches, contains, is or is not. So we could say tags is tagging, which actually we need to use contains. And then you can add, let's see, tag one of these with demo tagging foo. And then I can say that tags matches tagging and tags matches. And that's going to narrow that down. So I'll point this out right now because I'm obviously making use of it. The colons that I use in my tags, those are just about any punctuation symbol, and on that splits half, so you can search for any part of that string. Delinquent by the punctuation. So the demo colon tagging foo is all one tag, but I can search for tagging, or I can search for foo, and it's going to treat those as individual tags as far as the search is concerned. What that means is that when I go in to tag something, because I have these set up this way, when I tag demo, conclude is going to show me all of the subtags that I've created with that method, which gives me a pseudo-hierarchical tagging system, and makes it really easy for me to keep subtags within the project readily available to all complete. That's a complicated one. Ask me questions. No?
No. Questions? Not yet.
So, yeah, so that covers combining traits. You can also search like this. You can.
Whoa, hold, excuse me, we got a lot of feedback. Okay. All right, go ahead. Sorry.
All right. So you can hit the same button in the toolbar up there, and you can actually, once you've created one of those more complicated searches, you can save that to your sidebar over here.
Yes.
And access that. And so you could create a temporary one like working on a project that had just those project tags in it, and then always have that folder in your sidebar. I was also going to show you this is a tip that I guess people seem to not know, so it's coming out. Criteria builder like we see here. If you click on your option key, plus symbols on the right, with clicking one of those while you're holding the option key adds a nesting, which you can set to any, all, or none, and that becomes a criteria on its own. So you can say you have an all group, and then add as many criteria to that as you want. And if all of those are true, then that group resolves to true, and the file will show up. If you said none of these are true, use that to exclude a whole bunch of different criteria from your result. If you tag search, that's actually handy because you could create search and tags and then use one of these nested groups to say, okay, narrow this down to only files that have these tags.
Testing, 1, 2, 3, testing. How's the gain now? Okay, so now we need Brett to test.
2, 3, test.
Better? Okay, I won't breathe, so I won't breathe, so Brett, please continue.
All right. So I guess my next step would be how to build a reasonable tag. When you start adding tags, the temptation is to add a bunch that include everything that come to mind about a file or a photo or a document. That is a mistake because pretty soon you'll have a tag collection that is filled with a ton of random words that all have one file associated with them, which defeats the purpose. This is designed to group files. So the rules that I follow are I always use singular tags. So if I would tag it with photo as opposed to photos, I always use lowercase. I always use no spaces. If it's a multiple word tag, I just run the words together.
Mm-hmm.
The key is consistency. If those rules don't make sense to you, if you'd rather use inner caps or actually have tags with spaces, that's fine. You just have to set those rules at the beginning and then stick with them so that you don't have 3 different tags that are all the same but with different spaces or different capitalization or pluralization. I just go with the lowest common denominator for all of them, so singular, lowercase, and no spaces. And then I use the punctuation to create hierarchical tags. So I might have a food tag in 2 different projects, and I would have that as like the colon delineated subtags. I would have project 1 food, project 2 food. Then I can search for tag food, and I can find all my food files from both projects. Or I can search for project 1 food and find just the food files from project 1. I assume that makes sense.
Of course.
Yeah, so building that first kind of folksonomy of tags, it's going to be, if you're starting it from scratch, it's going to get messy at first, I guarantee you. You'll learn over the first year that you do it that some tags are unnecessary. You can always go into the all tags and you can delete a tag just by right clicking on it. So you can clean those up over time as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's see. I feel like I have more tips for not making a mess, but.
So where would you, like we have some people here who have not spent time with tags at all, where would you recommend they start?
Okay, so the beauty of tagging as it exists right now on macOS is that you don't have to tag it, right? You can just tag a current project that you're working on. So a good way to start working is to whatever, if you're organizing photos or you're working on a school project or a family tree project, go through and just add tags to the files related to that project. Come up with a top level tag, we'll say family tree, all one word lowercase, and then add subtags to different parts of it. Research maybe, one part that would be diagrams. And so you would have like family tree research, family tree diagram, and then use those tags consistently across the project, and then you can start seeing how Spotlight makes it easy to keep all that stuff together. If they're all in the same folder to begin with, it's just an exercise because you already have them together.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're tagging files from around your hard drive and between applications, that will start to make sense. And Files tagged in your iCloud drive do translate over to iOS, so you can then search by the same tags in Files app or in any app that's opening from iCloud drive.
Do those tags transfer over into other programs?
Any program that uses the default files menu. If you're using Dropbox, for example, you won't see them. But if you're opening up Pages on your iPhone and you're opening up from your iCloud account, yeah, all those tags will show up. And there's even when you're opening, you'll see underneath the recent files, there will be a recent tag section as well.
Oh, okay. Question? We have a question?
So, is there a version of tags in the iOS? And
yes.
There is. Okay. And then the tags that you create on your Mac, if that is linked up with your iCloud account, would those transfer over the iOS?
And they transfer almost instantly too. So when you apply it, as long as the file is in iCloud, when you apply a tag to it on your Mac, within a few seconds you'll generally see that same tag show up on your iPhone.
Great.
Good. All right.
And that's a very recent thing that only started working with iOS 10, maybe 11.
Okay.
Okay, great.
That's the only one.
All right, that's the only question we have so far. Any questions? You have a question, Cal?
Yeah. Is the tag information embedded in the metadata of the file? And if that file goes to a different platform, for example, Windows.
One question at a time. What's the first question?
Is the tag information embedded in the metadata?
Is the tag information embedded into the metadata?
So tags exist as extended attributes on a file in the same place that Spotlight would store, like Spotlight and group versions and things like that. So it is actually attached to the file in the file system. If that file is sent to another Mac, that data all goes with it, and it'll make a round trip. Going to other operating systems, in general, Windows, for example, isn't going to strip the extended attributes from a file, so when you get it back, you'll be able to read it still. Nothing on Windows is capable of displaying the tags on the file, but they should survive the trip. That is not true of all systems, and even using something like, used to be Dropbox with OneBox.
Mm-hmm.
Some of these do strip, even on your own computer, as they send out to the cloud and come back. Dropbox, for example, used to strip all your tags off, and then they would just disappear right on your drive. It no longer does that. Some of the file sync services.
Okay. And your second question, Cal?
Well, I think he already answered.
Okay.
But I guess, let me phrase it a different way. If I'm using a collaborative tool like OneNote with mixed platforms, will I use the tag data?
Yeah, he sort of explained, yeah. Okay.
And so, in a case like OneNote, the notes aren't actually files on the disk. If you're within an ecosystem like Evernote or OneNote, and you're using its built-in tagging system, you're safe there and it'll be cross-platform.
Okay.
It's different from tagging in Finder.
Okay.
Thank you.
Brian, do you have a question? Okay. Okay. All right. Thank you. Yes, John.
Tags is an organizing function for your files. For years, I've used folders for organizing. Do I stop using the folders for organizing and use tags?
Good question. The problem that I ran into back when I used to use folders was once you get deep enough into a hierarchy, sometimes a file belongs in more than one folder. And then you end up, you have to drill down through a whole series of folders to get to a place where you think a file could be, but it was actually in a sibling somewhere else in the tree. You can keep all of that, and that you tag that file in that last last folder, and you'll be able to find it instantly with Spotlight without drilling through the folder. As a byproduct of using a good tagging system, I've gone to a point where I only use about 3 levels deep of folders. I still do use folder hierarchies, and I separate especially major contacts like work and personal into their own folder system. But I don't go as deep as I used to with like the name of the project, the year of the project, individual file types. Those kind of all get grouped together in a 3-level deep hierarchy now.
Do you ever tag a folder?
Yes.
Okay.
Especially if that folder contains a bunch of files that wouldn't normally be accessing. Say it's a folder that contains a bunch of individual sections of an HTML output, where I got page 1, page 2, page 3, all the separate files up. Definitely just tag the folder.
Okay.
And I guess the next part of the talk would be automation, and I'm not going to get super deep into it, but that question does lead into a system I use called TagFiler. It's an application script really that I wrote a few years ago. I've used ever since. It's available on my blog. I'll send a link. What it allows me to do is save all of my current work to my desktop. No matter what I'm working on, I save it to the desktop, and then from there I add tags. And I use a specific format where I have a context that would be like work, personal, code, etc. And those start with hash marks. And then path tags that start with colons that would be like what I've shown you with in fact, these in my IR on the screen, you can see like AOL tag locksmith was a path. And then what TagFiler does is it finds the context folder, which in this case would be work, and then it finds the AOL tag folder inside of it, the locksmith subfolder, and it puts the file there, keeping the tags on. And it locates those folders using tags on the folders themselves. So basically, my file system builds itself. If my tags are ever all stripped, it's already organized the way that I would have put it in folders to begin with, but I can also search by any segment of those tag names. It kind of makes tagging an automatic. Instead of filing, I can, and then it files.
Wow. So it takes everything off your desktop and put it where you need it to go?
I use Hazel, so anytime it sees a file on my desktop that has one of these hashtags on it, it'll automatically file it for me.
Right. We've seen Hazel and the wonderful features that Hazel has in it as well. We do have a question.
I don't know if this is too early for this question, or if I missed it. Is there a way to edit the tags once you've created them?
Do you want to edit the tags on your individual file, or you want to edit the name of the tag itself?
The name of the tag. Let's start with the name of the tag itself.
Yeah, let's go with the name of the tag.
So if you go into the all tags part of the sidebar, you double click any of these tags.
Okay.
You can rename tag. Change the name of the tag. Name applied. So yeah, really.
So it does automatically update all files associated with that tag?
Yes, it's actually the tag on a file is actually referencing an ID in Finder's system. So it doesn't act, if you change the name of the tag associated with the ID, it's automatic. Anything that's referencing that ID just now references a different name instead.
Wow. Life got a lot easier right now.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, we have two questions.
More than one tag.
Say that again. Can a file have more than one tag?
A file can have 1,000 tags.
So one picture could be
You can see once it's tokenized. So as you type a tag, if you hit comma, it's going to complete that tag. and you can start auto-completing the next tag. You can add many. I try to avoid having too many tags on a file because then I would call it overly searchable that they start showing up for all kinds of unnecessary reasons.
Yes.
Searches. I would point out at the same time here that if I have multiple files selected and they have different tags on them,
Yes.
both of the files that I just popped this up on have the tag auto, but only one of them has green and only one of them has file cabinet. You can see how those are grayed out there.
Yes.
If I delete either of those tags, it will remove them from the file that contains it.
Okay.
So you can also, if I apply a tag while both are selected, it will apply them to both. But you can use that to mass tag and mass untag files without disrupting the other tags that are on the file.
Mm-hmm. You had a question, Steve?
So I'm one of these people that made a mess of tags. If I have a tag that has, let's say, Steve, capital S, and a tag for Steve with a lowercase s, those are two different tags. How do is there any way of fixing that so I can take all the things which were tagged capital letter Steve and move them over to a tag which is lowercase Steve instead of having.
So again, in this all tags view, if you select a bunch of files with one tag and drag them to a different tag, so you select all of your lowercase Steve and drag them to uppercase Steve or vice versa, and you can go in and go to the new tag that you just dragged them to, select that one, select all the files, and remove the previous tag from them. And then you can delete that tag.
I love
you. Steve said he loves you, Brett.
You can also, once you drag all of those files into the new tag, I think if you just delete the tag from the sidebar, right click it and choose delete, I think it'll remove it from all those files automatically, so you can skip that second part.
There you go. So it deletes it, period. Anyway, I do have a question because Mac came up with those color labels, those color tags, after you used to be able to color code the folder, which was something that I used all the time. And I have a lot of people who, when we do talk about trying to sort things, and they'll use that color label, and it isn't really efficient. What's your take on that labeling color?
I use labels. For me, I use them with Hazel. You see all these green files on my desktop?
Yes.
When a file first shows up, it's labeled with dot. And then after a week, that got yellow. And then after a month, red. And once the files are, it automatically makes a private folder, assuming that I'm not going to get around to that. If I tag a file blue, it'll never page the file. For me, that's about the extent of how I find color useful. Labels used to exist where you could label a folder green or whatever you had changed green to be. Those are now using tags. So you can just add a tag red, capitalize, to a file and it'll turn red. And you can go into the tags and actually change the word red to emergency. And then you can label things with emergency and they'll turn red. And you can actually have multiple tags that are colored the same color. I don't know why you would want to do that. And now that they only show up as dots in Finder, it's also less of a visual indicator for most people.
Yes.
People I've seen that use labels, they like the full width background labeling.
Yes.
It's an easy way to look at a directory and pick out a certain type of file. I don't know that there is legitimate, in my workflow, I don't think I have a legitimate use for color labels.
Okay. You just mentioned that your you have the green label, the blue label, and the yellow label, and once they turn red, they disappear or are archived. Is that due to Hazel?
Yes, that's the Hazel script that I run.
Woohoo! Hazel just...
And then there's a launch D script that runs in the background that searches for like orange files, timestamp, and that goes ahead and because Hazel doesn't have an interval trigger.
Mm-hmm.
You can't say if this file has been here for so long, you didn't used to be able to. So that part's done through a repeating cron style script.
Okay. Right. We have a question.
Not anymore, you asked it.
Okay, it was asked and answered. All right, any other questions? Okay. All right, Brett, is there...
I've actually covered all my materials, so I'm definitely open for questions. It didn't go faster than I planned for it to, so if I totally skipped anything that left a gaping hole in your knowledge, let me know.
Okay. Yes, hold on, we got a couple here. John?
I appreciate the depth that you went into how you're using tags, but trying to understand a strategy for using tags still eludes me. I mean, I use folders for so long, but if you would take a few minutes and try to explain a little bit more your approach for using tags, not how you name it or stuff like that, but how do you use it day in and day out?
All right, so I'll be honest up front with this part. Tags are a hard sell. I've given this particular talk for the last year since Max out. And some people latch onto it very quickly, and some people it just never clicks. And it has a lot to do with your own personal workflow style. To summarize, though, why I prefer tags over folders, it all comes down to Spotlight. I navigate my file system in Spotlight rather than picking through folders. That's the key to it. When I want to find a file, I just pop up Spotlight, type out the things that will access it. Just like I remember, okay, here are the folders I need to dig into to get to this file. I just remember what keywords I need, and I use Spotlight, and
Okay, I want to get back to that. Brittany, you had a question?
We want to go back and tag file, Spotlight file.
Did you hear that?
no, you're good for me.
Okay, Brittany, come here. That was long. Okay. Put a tag on that? Okay.
Is there an efficient way to tag files that are untagged? Like, say I want to go back and I want to create a system where I tag files organized. Is there a way to efficiently do that? After I find the files, is it to create the tag, let's just say Detroit, and then find the files and drag it to that tag like you showed, or is it another way of doing that?
Yeah, no, that's actually the easiest way is if you can find all of those files in one view where you can select them all, then you can just hit the tag button or use the all tags and drag it into a tag and they're all done tagging. But if you want to do it more piecemeal, like if you're finding a file here, tagging it, finding a file there, that's where it's great to open up 2 tabs in Finder. Select the tag that you want to add, and then go through your drag, and here and there you select files and just drag them onto that tab where that tag is open. And every time you drag and drop a file here, it's going to tag it with the selected tab.
Okay.
That way you can kind of move through your drive, find what you need to find, and tag as you go without having to keep tagging the tag over and over.
Thank you.
I have a question related to that. Give me a second, Jim. In the Finder, you can search for files, and you can save those searches. Is it possible to search for a file that has no tag applied to it?
No.
Okay.
You can search for tag :* and find a file that has any tag applied to it, but there's not a way to do that. You can't use minus tag : and find untagged files. So
Okay.
That's a gap.
Okay. Jim?
I didn't hear him talk about tagging volumes, drives.
Why would you tag?
His question to you was, why would he tag a volume? Why would you?
I do it?
Yeah.
To give an idea of the contents, if it's a generic work volume, but I'm using it for a project, I might tag it with project 1 or something like that. The other use is if I'm using generic drive names, I tag Time Machine drives as with a tag Time Machine, and if it's user data, I tag it as a user data drive. So
Apparently you can do that. I just checked my mounted drives. You can bring up the tag window on it. I've never experimented with that. I don't know if there are any pitfalls in there.
the only problem I've had is Mojave doesn't like you to tag the boot drive. I assume I could do it if I turned off SIP.
Is
All
that
the previous versions would let me do it. The other thing was, I don't know if you put much emphasis on sorting within a Finder view, sorting on tags. Did you mention that much? I don't remember.
Sure. I didn't, but as you say, you're in a view and you have this tags part of the info shown. You can just click that and sort based on the tags applied. And it'll sort, especially with if there are multiple tags, it'll sort alphabetical first tag only. So once you have a bunch of tags, that's not the most useful. You can, however, group them by tags, which can give you interesting results.
Oh, there was a no tag.
Well, yes, when you're grouping, it'll group by no tag, so that is a way you could separate files out of a view, but you can't do a search that way. So within this folder, these technically both have demo on them as well.
Yeah,
so demo gets separated out, like a notes file show up twice in this list, but you can group them by tag.
Yeah, I was thinking more of the simple Finder view where you just click on the top of the column, just like sorting by name, sort by tag, that kind of thing.
Okay.
Right, and as I said, the complication with that is when you have multiple tags, it will only sort by the alphabetically first tag.
Okay. Any questions?
Tags on a pot.
So, John, did you get your question about strategy answered? You have to marinate on it a little bit.
Yeah, that was a tough question, and there's not an easy one-size-fits-all answer.
Okay. Now, I use a lot of metadata for photos, and I actually use Adobe Bridge. Whenever I bring in my photos into my computer, I then tag them with different tags after I bring them all in. So, for example, I may have a couple hundred photos labeled dad or mom or with my sister's name. So, like over the years from 2000 up until now, I have all of these images, about 6,000 or 7,000, that have different tags on them. So when I want to find all of them, I search by finding, that tag. So maybe that's something, John, that you might help you with that. It's a thought, because I know a lot of you take pictures, and that's, the going thing right about now. So I take that stance of adding that tag or that metadata as soon as I bring the photos in, because before you know it, you got a couple of thousand sitting there waiting for you to do something with. Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. Hold on, Ray. We have another question.
Yeah, that helps.
Okay. Yes, Ray.
One question. Now, tags, they become.
Ray, you see this?
Okay. I can see a lot of things.
Okay.
He can't hear you.
Okay. Yeah, we can't hear you from there.
Right there.
Right there's good.
That's good. All right. Give me some clarification. When you first started out, maybe I wasn't listening clearly. Tags are part of the metadata, or are they completely different as part of a file?
They are attached to a file as extended attribute.
So it's not part of the metadata.
It is part of the metadata.
It becomes part of the metadata.
Oh, so it does
It's
become.
slightly extended from Spotlight's standard metadata query, but it does exist as, like, if you ran MDLS, like the metadata list on a file with tags, it would show it as part of all of the other Spotlight metadata.
Okay, good. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Any other questions? Yes, Cal.
I have one question, not related to tagging. I want to ask Brett, what type of microphone?
What type of microphone are you using, Brett?
The Samsung C01U Pro.
Okay.
We had a question over there.
Yes.
Yeah, for those of us who are completely new to tags and probably Peter quickly showed some kind of process for mass change tags, which went by a little too fast for me.
Okay.
Can you show that again? A little slower, please.
Okay, Brett, did you hear that?
I did. Which type of mass change?
Mass.
Name of tags, I believe it was.
How about just first adding tags and then changing the name of tags? Would help you out, Robin? Okay.
Alright, so I assume we all stayed, we're all up to date on the different ways to add tags, right? From the proxy icon or from your right-click tags. Clear, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you can select one or more files and then just start typing a tag, the tag window, however you bring it up. And then when you hit comma, you've added a tag. And then when you hit return, that'll apply to the files. You can then, multiple files selected, you can remove the tag from all of them by deleting it in that pop-up. You can also go into the tag. If you go into the sidebar finder and you go down all the way to all tags, you can rename and delete tags as, you can delete the tag itself. This doesn't affect files, but it will remove that tag from all files if you hit delete tag.
Okay.
Is that?
That removes that tag from any existence anywhere.
And when you delete a tag, it removes it from existence, period?
Yes.
Yes.
Unfortunately, macOS aggressively captures things like tags. So every once in a while you'll delete a tag, and then it'll just show back up after a read.
Mm-hmm.
And that is not something I've ever figured out how to completely clear that cache so it's actually gone.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you'll run into weird ghost mysteries that way.
Okay. Now,
Just verifying.
where are these tags stored? Is there a database file somewhere on your computer?
There's a plist file in the preferences folder. It's com.apple.binder. I don't remember the rest of it, but there is one that's specifically for tags. You can find in that file, if you use plist or plutil, you can actually see all of the tags in the system. You can see most recent tags, and you can figure out which file is causing the corruption that makes the sidebar such a mess.
Is there a way to create a list, let's say in a file like TextEdit, and then import them into tags?
You could script that. You can do tagging can be done. Hazel has its own way of adding tags.
Mm-hmm.
There are ways to do it from the command line. Because you can do it from the command line, you can write scripts that will take input and then perform tagging actions. That's what tag filer does. That's more for reading than applying, but it's easy enough to do.
Okay. Okay.
JD Berry, if you go to GitHub/JD Berry/tag, he wrote kind of the definitive command line tool for tagging. I would recommend that anyone gets into scripting with tags, they definitely go check out that tool.
Okay. All right. I'll put that link up for everyone. Do we have any more questions? No? One more question, Ray. Ray?
Come forward, Ray.
That's my exercise.
There you go. Get your steps in, Ray.
Let's say I have a number of photos on Google, my Google account. With tags, if I went into a search for those photos, not knowing where they were, would it take me to the Google account?
No. The tags that we're talking about right now only work if you have a file on your hard drive. If they exist in the cloud, macOS can't tag them and Spotlight can't search them. And also, keywords in photos don't search. They don't translate as tags either, which is frustrating.
Just a backup question. You just mentioned your hard drive. How about if I have multiple external hard drives?
Those can be indexed by Spotlight. I do a lot of tagging on my external drives.
Yep.
That's good. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Any more?
That is it for right now.
Okay.
This is great.
All right. I believe we are done with questions, unless you have anything else you'd like to share with us, Brett?
I think we've covered a lot.
We have covered a lot. We may be calling you back with questions. This may be part one. I want to thank you very much. Let me say that we really enjoyed this. Very educational, and we have a lot of nodding heads, and I believe we're going to have a lot of questions coming up from this as well. So, Brett, thank you very much. Can we give Brett thank you? All right, and good luck with that snow. All right, thanks again. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.